morning, everybody. It's so good to see everybody. Our first Sunday here at Monaco Pictures at Bridge Street. Welcome to our service. We're just excited you're joining us today. And I want to just give you a report on where we've been as a local church over the last year and where we're going in 2011. This is an important place for me. Actually, this park that I'm filming this segment at, and actually we were down in Louisiana, so I decided to film this segment down here in Louisiana at the Audubon State Park right north of Baton Rouge, where the Lord spoke to me about coming to Huntsville to plant a church. And I had this Bible with me, and I opened the Bible right here on this table, and the Lord began to speak to me about starting a church and pastoring a church. Again, I was working as the Global 12 Project coordinator to plant churches all over the world, and the Lord spoke to us about planting a church. And there's two things that the Lord spoke to my heart about. First of all, He said that I would start a church that would restore people. That's what He spoke to me out of Isaiah chapter 49, and that the church would also be a light to the nations of the world. And so those two things have already started to happen in Huntsville, Alabama. We've seen so many lives restored. Now, Monaco Pictures is another transition point for us as we're moving into another location. But I'm so excited because God is leading us to bigger and better things. This last year, we started out the year with a trip to Australia, where Stephanie and I flew over to Australia to meet with our pastor, and we mapped out a plan for planting churches in foreign missions over the next 10 years. And that project is called Surge, and you can see it online at surgechurches.com. Or you can go to our website at buildingchurch.tv and see what God is doing through Surge. But we are going to be planting 25 churches in key cities in Mexico, Central America, and the Caribbean over the next 10 years. And we're just excited to be part of that as a local church, because that's what the Lord spoke to us, that we would be a light to the nations of the world. This past year, we took several mission trips. Reve was in Haiti serving, and we took a trip down with several people from our local church down to Mexico. And man, I was so proud of our church, and everybody that went on that trip just served their hearts out, and we ministered to people almost every single day down there. And it was just exciting to see the growth of our local church, and that the word that the Lord gave me right here on this table at this park in Louisiana, that it's coming to pass. We've seen over $50,000 from our church go to missions this past year, local and foreign missions. And I'm going to be excited one day when I'll report to you that millions of dollars have gone not only locally to bless people in our city, in our state, in our nation, but also around the world to further the gospel. That's what we're about, preaching the gospel. The Bible says that go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature, starting in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria to the uttermost parts of the world. And Jerusalem for us is Huntsville, Alabama. So we've got to reach our city, and that's what we've been doing on Sunday mornings. I'm so excited about our Sunday morning experiences of how we're reaching people. Even today, we're going to be baptizing new believers as they're taking that step of faith. And so we're excited about those that have been baptized over the last year, people that have made decisions for Christ right in our services on Sunday morning. We've seen their lives being restored in our small groups and through our growth track. We're just excited about lives being restored, marriages being put back together. I'm hearing so many great testimonies about what God has done through our local church in our city, and I have faith and believing for greater things to come as we're relocating here to Monaco Pictures. Not only we're seeing lives restored here at Building Church and through our local church, but also we're seeing our church reach out to our local community, which is just, to me, it's a sign of a healthy church. And this last year, we were able to reach out to Martin Luther King Elementary School and help get that school ready for this school year. And I'm so proud of our church. Over 40 people showed up and just worked their tails off, worked their hearts out there at Martin Luther King. We cleaned the school up and fixed the basketball goals and cut grass and cleaned the whole school up, all on the outside, around the backside. And we were just excited to see what God is doing through our local church. Our Helping Hands small group has been serving our local community. And we just believe that we're going to be able to do that at a whole nother level this next year right here in Huntsville, Alabama. There's needs, and I believe as the church gets healthier and healthier, that we'll be serving our hearts out even more and more as a local church. So I'm excited about what God has done this past year, but I know greater things are yet to come for our city and also for our church. Thanks for being part. Thanks for investing your time and your money into the vision of Building Church and what we're doing in our city and what we're doing in our state and around the world. I know one day God in heaven is going to say thank you for thinking about those that are lost. And we'll see a great reward one day. That's what we'll be able to give back to Jesus one day when we see Him, is the reward He gives us. It'll be a great day because we have given Him our talent, we have given Him our money, and we have given Him our time, and we have served Him with all of our heart. Thanks for what you've done over this last year, and next year is going to be a great year. Enjoy our December Silent Night series, and next year is going to be a great year. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to everybody. It's going to be a great, great year next year.